This week, Madonna and Ben Affleck star in a behind-the-scenes double feature.
It's very primal to want to procreate.
The Material Mom gets down to basics with Rupert Everett in The Next Best Thing.
We're both extremely bossy, so everything could have gone wrong quite easily.
Meanwhile, Ben Affleck gets busy with Charlize Theron in Reindeer Games.
With the love scene, she was like totally uninhibited, you know, and game and ready to try anything.
Yeah, this kid's gonna go far, I think.
Plus, get the scoop on how Julia Roberts reacted to Benjamin Bratt's love scenes.
Dare I go into this? It's the day that I'm going to be locked lip with Madonna for 12 hours.
Get the sizzling details on two big movies next.
It's a tricky thing, isn't it?
Charlize Theron.
Why?
He's amazing. God, he's just amazing.
And later in our double feature, Madonna makes a confession.
It's so humiliating. Oh.
But first, which Reindeer Games star ended up in the hot?
Music.
Welcome back to our behind-the-scenes double feature. Still to come, Madonna makes whoopee with Rupert Everett.
It's a very sink or swim situation.
Right now, Ben Affleck and
That philosophy, that way of thinking serves me well.
Game's over. Not yet.
Coming up, Madonna puts her know-how into the next best thing.
No. That's not what parents do. No. You would never say that to your kids.
Plus, go inside Madonna's new video and meet her on-screen boy toy.
Madonna's a trip. I mean, she's fascinating.
You're the only woman in the world that I would like to be.
We've been wanting to work together for years, so seemed like a good idea. Good excuse to work with one of my favorite actors.
Madonna and pal Rupert Everett team up to play best friends on the big screen.
Rupert brought me the script, which was a really early draft of the story, which was rough and not as great as what it ended up becoming.
I thought that the story was great. I love the idea of a film that starts off funny and ends up sad, which most people don't like, actually.
He said, "Are you interested in this? Is there anything about this that you like?"
Most people want to see either a sad film or a funny film. I find both of those can be a little bit exhausting.
We've talked about doing something together for a long time. And I liked our friendship in the original draft. It was good, but it needed work.
Hello?
He's leaving me.
Oh, don't stop him. Just let him go, Abby.
And then what?
Rush over to my house and tell me all about it. Well, me and my writing partner were actually the people who we kind of rewrote it and restructured it, and we had pretty we were always on a page, her and me, about how we wanted it to go.
I put my 2 cents in. Yeah, definitely. I was the voice of the parents with all the writers, because none of the people that had anything to do with the movie had children. So I kept going, no, that's not what parents do. No, you would never say that to your kids.
One of the things that we wanted to do was make the story between Albert and Robert a kind of ongoing love story in one sense. It's just that it's not necessarily a love story in the classical sense of the word.
He's always been in her life. He's always been there for her. He's such a good friend.
They've been friends for a long time, probably 15, 20 years. They're both at a point in their lives where they're facing the kind of dusk period or after dusk, really, of their youth, and they're facing, the beginning of middle age.
I'm not 24 anymore.
I'm not even 34 anymore, so what?
1989. Maybe I'd like to have a family before it's too late. 1999.
Their relationship kind of goes into another gear in that loneliness brings them closer together physically. On July the 4th, they decide to stay at home, and they get drunk, and they have sex.
I'm pregnant with your baby.
Rupert nearly fainted when he realized that he would be stepping out on the dance floor with the Material Girl.
We did endless dance rehearsals. Actually, it was the only time I nearly had a brush with Madonna, because she's such a perfectionist about, dancing.
Music. The big day may be tonight.
I must say, we got along really well the entire time we were filming. I mean, I think that in the end it could only help our characters because there was no ice that had to be broken, and we already have like a rapport and a chemistry between us.
It's a very sink or swim situation. You either end up not friends or you end up closer friends. And I think, probably ended up closer friends because of it. We were always on a page about, how we wanted the thing to go. We're both extremely bossy. So everything could have gone wrong quite easily. She's very stubborn, and so am I. She's probably a little bit more stubborn than I am. We had a really good time together, and I think we became closer as a result.
You can't be pregnant. We only did it once.
That's all it takes.
What, 8 martinis and you're stuffed?
That's right.
Wow. Doesn't take much to crack your egg, does it?
Coming up, Madonna dares to tackle a classic tune.
I kept saying, no way, I'm not going to do it.
Plus, Benjamin Bratt catches his co-star in a strange position.
Oh, Madonna's like a human pretzel.
But I've made up my mind and I'm having this baby. And you can be involved as much or as little as you like.
Well, I can't very well not be involved. I mean, it's not like I suddenly can stop knowing you or something, can I? Can I?
Ow.
We're just like best friends, like any best friends. We have an incredible intimacy. We can say things to each other that other people can't say. We could be really insulting and really loving. And he knows me better than anyone knows me, and vice versa.
But there is another man who wants to get to know Abby a little better.
Let's have dinner.
Are you asking me out on a date?
Yeah. Is that all right? Madonna's a trip. I mean, she's fascinating, I mean, as one might expect her to be. She's very sharp, very on point. Can be wickedly funny, sarcastic. But I found her as an actress to be very diligent. She was very, very concerned about doing a good job.
I have a date.
No.
Yes.
Who with?
Ben Cooper, investment banker, New York.
Woo, woo, woo! I think it's a perfect role for her. It's tailor-made. She shares with her character a kind of inner strength.
Sit up straight.
Oh, Madonna's like a human pretzel. I'll never forget the first day of rehearsal. She went off to the side to warm up a little bit. She started doing these things with her legs and her arms that I'd never seen before. I remember thinking, my God, woman, where did you learn that?
Madonna may have mastered the art of yoga, but she discovered that she couldn't always strike a perfect pose.
It's so humiliating. Oh, yeah, I have to say. And fortunately for me, though, I had a private class. But here, I went into the class thinking, oh, I can do anything. I run 10 miles. I used to be a dancer. And it was a very humbling experience. In fact, I continued to fall for about a year because I could never do any of the balancing poses. It's really hard.
Well, it was even harder for Ben when he had to explain to superstar girlfriend Julia Roberts why she couldn't make a set visit.
I know this is not really a date, but I'm afraid I'm not to kiss you anyway.
All right.
She did want to come down to the set for one day, and I thought it best she not. And when she asked why, I said, well, dare I go into this? It's the day that I'm going to be locked lip with Madonna for 12 hours. Do you want to come down? She said, yeah. I said, no, not a good idea. It's the nature of the business, though. I mean, shoot, I have to sit back and watch her kiss Hugh Grant. Aaron Eckhart and all these other guys, so she could stand to watch me kiss on Madonna a little bit, right, honey? It's all right. So does Robert help out? Is he a good father?
He's the greatest.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you two ever together?
Once. A very long time ago. For about a half an hour.
Huh.
We're best friends. No, we're closer than that. Robert's my family.
The stakes are really high because we really love each other. And we've chosen to have a child together and raise the child together, but we didn't really, think about what might happen if him or I fell in love with someone else.
Abby needs to balance the two loves of her life, the three loves, really, of her life: her son, her best friend Robert, and her newfound love, Ben. And it's a balancing act that's not easy. And people's feelings get hurt.
Is Ben my daddy now?
What? I think it's interesting about the family and about what makes a father. Is being a father just a good father, just being a question of blood, or is it a question of commitment and what type of man makes a good father, what type of woman, what do you have to give up to be parents, and what happens to parents or families who want to live outside the law at the moment?
The world out there does not always support families that are different.
We come in all shapes and sizes, and that the structure of the family has changed considerably, and that I think we have to be a lot more open and accepting about that.
But it was Madonna who wasn't very accepting when Rupert wanted her to sing a very special song on the movie's soundtrack.
It was Rupert's idea the entire time we were filming that I should record it, and I kept saying, no way, I'm not going to do it. There's no way I'm going to remake a classic like that. And how could I top it? And I wouldn't know how to do it. And I don't know, somehow we were like, should we try it? Should we do it? And I said, yeah, but it needs to be edited, and I want it to be more up-tempo, and I like electronic music, so I wanted to incorporate the sound that I like into the song.
Thanks for joining us for our behind-the-scenes double feature. Tune in next time for a BTS special focusing on this year's Oscar nominations. We'll leave you now with more from Madonna's remake of Don McLean's 1971 classic, American Pie.
We started singing bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that